Hello guys and welcome back to Milko's gaming channel, and today we are back with Alchemist Code. And for today I will be trying my first time on reviewing a unit. So I could get a lot of information wrong, but at least I'm trying something new. And the unit I will be trying to review and learn right now is Acht. So right here is what she looks at level 85, and of course she have the gear for her, which is the restrained eye patch. And somehow I don't really know how to check the ability, but from the website I checked the ability from this equipment, I mean the gear. This one is actually, I think, really good because it deals a huge AoE damage. Plus, it will also cancel all the enemies' buff or debuffs on the enemies that are caught in the AoE. The AoE is maybe not so big, but everything that is caught inside will be cleansed, and it will also deal a lot of damage. So I think the gear here is really OP. And from the status that I see right here, I think she's pretty good because the HP, not even the tanks on my account, they don't really reach this high yet. Or maybe because I don't have any 85 tanks yet, but this one seems promising. And the job that Act has is 7 Tactics Master, Valkyrie, and the last one is Ninja. It's a pretty much interesting combination, but for now let's take a look into her abilities. Okay, first stop, we shall see the 7 Tactics job. So this will be her main abilities. I will not go into detail on every skill that she has. I will just take a look at the overall of the skills, and I will say my opinion on the skill. I mean on the job. So okay, let's now scroll on the abilities and I will try to read them. Slash cut, solid destruction, and the last one is crumbling armor. I think so far this one has a lot of self buffs, and I think the move is quite useful, so she can move more. The Agi buff, I think that will also do quite okay. She can also boost her physical attack and magic attack on herself. A little bit more damage, I think it could be helpful. But I think from all of the skills that she has, this one got to be the best, because if you hit the enemies with this crumbling armor, it will halve the target's defense, and all of your units in your team will be able to deal more damage to that specific enemy. So I think yes, this is the one that is really good on her 7 Tactics tree. So now let's take a look at the other one, which is the 7 Basic Tactics. Okay, now let's scroll. So the first one will be Poison, the second one is Thunder. Okay, Thunder and Wind. She has Daze. Okay, nice. And an HP Drain. This one looks really promising. And the last one, whoa! The last one will be Magic Damage, and it has a 100% hit range, with quite a good range at 4. I think that's really good. So okay, I think the 7 Basic Tactics is actually really good. It has Poison, Daze, which is a CC ability debuff on the enemy. And the last two, I think the HP Drain, because she is a tank. I'm pretty sure she's a tank. Draining HP will add a lot of sustainable ability for her. And the last one, if you ever need damage and the enemy has really high evasion, this one will come in handy because it will surely hit, especially if the enemy should be water element. This one will deal a lot of damage. Oh, before we go into the next tree, I forgot to check the leader skill here. Okay, raises HP by 30% for win units, and boost physical attack and physical defense by 20%. I think this is really good, especially if you want to bring a mono Wind Squad, and I would surely use this leader skill. Okay, now let's continue with the abilities. I'm gonna go to the next one, which is the Resist Magic Joint. This one's okay, so tanky. It will raise all elements resistance plus magic defense. So magic damage, deal less damage. And the next one will be the other passive, Assault Skimming. Alright, I think I kinda really like this one. This one has a reflect damage, and you can also drain the HP from a percentage of the damage that you receive. And also when you hit back, you have a chance on lowering the enemy's physical defense. So okay, this one's actually nice. So if the enemy hits her, she will hit back, and the chance on getting them weaker to physical damage for 3 turns. So okay, if you bring like Lucian, maybe if you hit with Lucian will deal more damage. And of course other win units with physical damage. Okay, so far I kinda like her. And now the other passive, support ability to use with all job, blah blah blah. Okay, this one will raise magic defense of self and adjacent units. So she can also raise her own and plus the units that are near her. I think this one's kind of situational. You will only use this one if you need the magic damage, magic defense. And now the next one, I think this one will be for the Valkyrie job. So War Princess, let's give it a look right now. So alright, the first one, second one, third one, and the last one is Battle Lance. A lot of them are light element, and the last one here is Strong versus Demon. So I think if you are going for a EX dungeon maybe, and they have a lot of demons with dark elements, I think this one would be useful, but I don't really think you can actually bring this into the setup. Let me just check. So yeah, if you want to use this one, I think you'll have to choose her as the main job, and I think that would be a waste. And I think all the skills from the War Princess here mostly are the typical skills for a Valkyrie. I think I've saw this before. Now let's check the basic War Princess. I think it should be the same as well. Yep, I think pretty much similar like the ones I have on Chloe. So the first one will boost your Agi and physical attack. The next one, low damage and raises own dark resilience. Resistance. And the last one is another light element damage, which will raise own move by 1. Well, so far I think the War Princess and the basic War Princess are pretty standard. So if you need the Valkyrie, then go ahead. But I think the 7 Tactics Master is still better than that. And now let's check out the passive. Revenge of Odin, penetrating attack that is a physical counter when damage is received. So this one is a counter, and it can penetrate if you deal that counter damage. It can penetrate to enemies, and I don't really think the range will be that far. Okay, 2 range, so very situational. Okay, now let's check out the next one from the Valkyrie tree. This one will raise own physical defense and max HP. I think this one could be a quite useful passive if you want to bring it into the setup. So this one will make you more tougher because of the max HP boost and physical defense. Okay, I like this one. Now let's take a look at the ninjutsu. Okay, ninjutsu. Alright, Usutsemi. I think this one, all ninjas have these. Evasion rate, smoke bomb, tranquilizing blade, venom blade, viper blade, shadow stitch, golden bind. Alright, I think all of the damage is low here, and I think the main reason for all these abilities is the debuff or CC that she can offer. But this one again, if you don't main the job as ninja, I don't think you can use all of these. Okay, now let's check out the ability that she can actually bring as a 7 tactics. Okay, the basic ninjutsu. Alright, I think yeah, everything is low. This one does not have any CCs, but it has almost all the elements except light and dark. And I think if you want to bring this actually, if you really need the elements here to deal some little bit of extra damage, I think this one is actually usable. But before we decide that, let's take a look at the next one, which is the Ninja Stealth. This one will add +1 move and jump at the same time. I'm not really sure what jump is in this game, but move is really useful. I like mobility. Okay, now let's check out the last one, Poison Fog. Okay, chance on inflicting poison on attacker when receiving damage. So this one is a counter and it can deal a debuff on the enemy. Okay, pretty nice. Since poison deals percentage damage of the max HP, this one could be really annoying. And I think since Acht here is a tank, she can sustain herself to get damage to proc this ability. So I think this is actually pretty nice. What I might bring for her on the ability setup here, I think I will still go with the 7 Tactics Master as the main job. So okay, I actually did the setup here. So the 7 basic tactics, yes, I would still use the 7 basic tactics. And for the passive, the counter one, I can only bring one. So I would stay with this ones, because this one will raise your sustainability by huge amount. Well, what I can think about this ability, if you you take damage and you receive back damage as HP, I think this is actually damage reduction stuff. So as a tank, this is really nice. And for the passive, the other ones, I think, yes, this one is the standard one. What else can I bring for her? Magic defense. I would only use this if the dungeon has a lot of mages or wizards or anything. And this one, if I want to be more mobile, I would bring this one. And I think that's actually a good idea. But for now, I guess I would stay with this one because I need her as tanky as possible. And the all elemental resistance is, I think, really handy. And the last passive that I would bring, okay, this one from the Valkyrie. Again, it's the same one like last time. Yes, so yes, I stayed with this one. So more physical defense and max HP. And what make her different than the tanks that I have, like Chloe or Fatale? Chloe has a lot of heals. Fatale, don't really remember what he does, but he's super tanky. And I think this one would be extremely tanky as well. She has an option for poison, daze, HP drain from this one, and a skill with a quite good thunder damage with a range with a 100% chance on hitting. I think if you need CC, you need sustainability, and you need more damage, I think this one will be really good. So yeah, I guess that's all I think about this unit. I think she's actually kind of good and pretty much annoying on PvP. Because she can be the bait, and if she moves forwards by herself ahead of the rest of your team, she could sustain herself through the damage from the enemy. And I think that's really good. So okay, that's all I think about her. I think I did not really say things maybe right yet, but I don't know. I think I'm pretty lucky that I got her. And if you guys want to add some things, you can leave some comments down below. So maybe correct which the things that I said was wrong, or maybe add more on the insight. But I guess that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The next one, I think I will try to learn about veer. But for now, I guess that's all. Thank you guys for watching and staying the whole way. So I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. So bye bye.